She is holding her mother's hand as they slowly move through the market, buying fresh and rice. She is looking at the faces of old women selling food. They look ancient, as though the wrinkles were carved into stone. One of them is smiling at her. She calls her. The memory faded. The woman was about 30, medium built. She was wearing Levi 555s and a t-shirt and large sunglasses. The man was the same age, maybe a couple of years older. He was also wearing Levi 555 jeans and a Hawaiian shirt. He also had sunglasses, but he put them in his shirt pocket because he was sitting with his back to the sun. So what did you think of Johnson's presentation? He asked the woman. I liked it.
In the films, the software kind of generates, edits the films in real time, and all the data comes from a database, an archive, and the data is kind of knitted, right? Because these various film clips are combined on the screen in a kind of pattern, which is always changing. And in the database, each clip is described by 10 parameters, which is sort of metadata, right? Which describes this visual information. Even the software uses these parameters, with metadata, to decide which clips are kind of knitted together. So it's actually, I would say, very direct kind of example, I think, what this festival is about. The project is trying to address some very general questions, such as what does it mean to live in a new global information society? What happens to our subjectivity given the enormous amount of data we're processing every day, given that parts of our identity are stored in our hard drives, in our pocket PCs, in various corporate databases. So try to find new visual language to represent this experience. Now, in terms of television, specifically, for a while it looked like maybe television will kind of die out, because in a way, if you can get media in a stream format on the web, why do we need television? But what people don't maybe know that, for example, with high-definition television or digital television, right, high-definition television, you basically have a bandwidth of, I think it depends from one different standard, but in America it's 19 gigabytes a second. And, nobody knows if the internet will ever get to this point, because obviously after a few very exciting years, the development of internet, the development of broadband has slowed down. But even now, if you have, cable modem or DSL, let's say you have 300 kilobytes a second, that's very, very different from 20 gigabytes a second, which means that it looks like television is here to stay, probably for at least another 10 years and probably longer.